You're now listening to a Rat House production podcast. For more podcasts like this, head to retthaus.net.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Hurrayforjose podcast. As always, I am Jose, and I have my co-host,
Justin Castellanos.
and once again, we have
Back again.
Mike Padilla,
and we always got
the best fat checker in
Chris.
the world.
Chris.
Well, now
How's it
you're,
going?
you're
Young
kind of
Jamie.
becoming more of a producer inside of things.
Yeah, Matt's making me go behind the scenes.
Which I think it's dope
Push buttons.
because eventually we can have you like actually with your other laptop here pulling things up onto the
Yes,
monitor and stuff, and
yes.
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
The studio has been progressing, so
Yes.
Little by little,
exciting.
it's a slow grow. Like we've really hit
And the more
studio
responsibilities you're going to get.
yes, I know the more I need more work. So.
I mean, we've definitely hit started improving the studio more within like the past
2 weeks?
No.
A little bit more
I
than
mean,
that?
realistically, in the past like 9 months, I think.
Oh, yeah,
we've
yeah,
actually
yeah.
started to transform it a little bit, little by little here and there.
I
Yeah.
can tell.
But,
It's huge
yeah.
differences from, originally.
Yeah.
Not that the old setup wasn't amazing.
From the casting couch?
Before I was in a part of
casting couch?
before Hurrayforjose was a part of Ratt House. I was actually just in my garage, just recording from there.
That was
And
cool,
then,
too.
yeah, just the regular table, just doing whatever.
Yup.
Now we're back to a regular table in an actual studio.
I know, right? With a couch behind
Slowly.
us.
Yeah, we're eventually, maybe down the line, we're gonna get some even better shit.
Hell yeah.
It's all money.
Mornings.
But first thing, I'd actually want to do at least a moment of silence just for all the victims that were lost and hurt in the shooting in Las Vegas, and also a moment of silence for Tom Petty and Ralphie May, because we lost them both too. So let's quick little moment of silence. Alrighty. So, as you guys all know, there was that horrible shooting in Las Vegas, which is just, it's fucking disgusting that people would actually have the balls to do something like that and then take their own life. It's like, why don't you just take care of yourself instead of handling, like, trying to kill other people first and then yourself? It's like, I don't get that.
Not everybody see it in that manner, dude.
Yeah, it's the mentally disturbed.
Yeah. Well, even still to this day, there's no proven fact that he actually had any mental illness. Mm-hmm. So, but we...
Yeah, well, they're saying just it could be that because it did run in his family with his father.
Yeah. So, we don't know. So, it's still to this point, it's a lot of speculations. A lot of questions are not being answered. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and there's a lot of scrutiny into the information that we're being fed. For like the prime example, CNN keeps saying there's only one fucking shooter. Mm-hmm. There's not.
Yeah.
Even the people that were there
Far
at
from it.
the event said there's
They
multiple
heard
shooters.
Multiple. And I think one of the most convincing ones is the video I showed you.
Yes.
Where it's the person in the taxi where they actually show, I think it's like 7 or 8 rounds or something like that. And you hear him like clear as day, like up close.
Yeah.
Just going off. You hear the dot, 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 dot.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like about 15 seconds later,
You're
you hear
13.
about 13 rounds going
At a
off in the
distance.
distance, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, that's the echo." It's like,
No.
no, because why would
I
there
know
be
my
8? Why
echoes.
would there be 8 shots, but then all of a sudden there's an echo of 13?
Have you seen that video, too, that you see that guy in the crowd, that security
Yes.
guard?
Yeah.
All right.
So
I tried Googling that yesterday. It didn't show up.
yeah, they're covering it up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They're pulling the stuff up or off the internet.
So yeah, so on that same video, you're hearing multiple audio feedback from radios, from police officers, and then from people from recording. So obviously they're talking about, okay, we had shootings, blah blah blah, and then obviously they're showing over to the Mandalay Bay 5th floor. I don't know why they keep saying the 30th fucking floor.
32nd.
32nd. floor, and I count by windows, so it seems about the 5th floor or maybe 6th. Who knows?
Yeah,
right?
some people were saying it was like the 4th, so it's like anywhere from the 4th to like 6th, 7th floor.
So you can see the window. I can see counted 4.
Yeah.
Flashes from the muzzle.
And it makes sense. People are like, no, that just can't be it because, the sound doesn't match. He's like, yeah, but also they have to look at the fact that it is so far away. So there is going to be the flashes first, and then you're going to hear the shots after.
Light travel faster than sound. So you see the flash, and then after that, then to continue on with that, then you hear another radio call in saying, we have gunfire at gate 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden, when they're showing the crowd, guy looked like a security guard. As soon as he pulled up, I can notice the bottom of a buttstock.
Yep.
And then how he squared up to take aim. And all of a sudden, before anybody moved, you see flashes.
Flashes, yeah.
I was like, that's 3.
And it was the timing of it was right when the shots were going off.
So and then when I start listening to the full on gunfire, you hear da 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 da, and then you hear another one da da da, and then as soon as like maybe 2 or 3 seconds after that second gunfire, you can hear another one in the background. So it's like, okay, so one's up close based on what the one person was recording, and then you can hear one at medium range. So I'm assuming at the Mandalay at the hotel, and then at gate 7. Because on retrospect, by looking at the map, so hotel here, concert was here, and gate 7 was right here. Mm-hmm. So I was like, that adds up.
Yeah.
So
because the person on the ground by gate 7, it would be the easiest for that person to get away.
Yes.
Because there is the shooting going on. He's doing the shooting, but then there's also that chaos of everyone running. Yeah. So it's easy for him to get a few shots off, just blast off a few shots, and then still it's a small enough fucking weapon where he can actually hide it in himself still within his jacket or shirt or whatever, and still mix into the crowd.
The only way I can see that's possible, it's he had a collapsible buttstock.
Yeah.
Because even if it was a fixed buttstock and put it in his jacket type of deal thing, you can still see the barrel protruding. Unless he had a short barrel.
Yeah, and what if it was like an SMG, like a
SMG, yes, yeah. But if you have an SMG, it still is not going to be firing it. It won't be hitting where it needs to be hitting.
Yeah.
But so what does that all mean? Like, so this is what I have my own theory about this.
Yeah.
So if there is more than one shooter that means that there's a group. And when there's a group that did it, that means this was orchestrated by someone. Now, a team they had their own reasons of doing it.
I believe, I'm going to piss people off, but I don't care. Someone from the left wing of the government set this up because
that's where I was going.
After the whole shooting, the whole incident, less than 24 hours, every Democratic person from the Democratic Party or supports the Democratic Party been pushing their own agenda of gun control.
Yeah.
Gun control has nothing to do with this horrible incident.
Yeah.
You cannot change someone's mind, can't control someone's malintent to do harm to others.
I mean, it happened inside of the casino where he had to walk through into the lobby and all this stuff. And if anyone's gone to Vegas, you already know
how
that
tight security gets.
Yeah, they have cameras everywhere. Every single fucking place. You can't sneeze without them seeing you. That's how they catch all the people who are cheating and all this stuff. So where is the footage of this guy walking in and out from Thursday to Sunday? But where's the footage of him walking in and out?
But here's the thing. How this guy knows how to shut off the security system for that hotel, alarms, cameras, and since we're going to go back to the theory and say, he was at the 32nd floor, equivalent of about 400 pounds of gear, that's including the weapons and ammunition itself and the magazines, right? And whatever equipment he had to use to take down a fucking window that weighs about 800 fucking pounds that can withstand hurricanes.
Yeah. That's why they're saying, like, it could have been explosions and shit. And some people heard some explosions. But then the cover-up, what they're saying is that the explosions were of the people breaking down the door to get in. I'm like, but that doesn't make sense.
No.
Because there were people who did hear they said it sounded like fireworks and then glass, like, breaking and stuff, which they didn't really understand. Like, what? And then it
could be
hit
a possibility.
them. Like, yeah.
He blew out the windows when he started shooting.
Yeah. But they're 800-pound glass.
I know they said he had explosives in his room.
Yeah.
And it is interesting how they said that actual staff were in his room and he still had all this stuff in there.
Exactly.
So and they didn't notice anything?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I'm sorry.
What did he do? Put the blanket on top of his fucking jacuzzi?
They're
Yeah.
like, maybe he hit him in his golf clubs. I'm like, you had 33 guns in your golf club
Yeah.
bag? Like, it makes sense.
That's one hell of
33
a
is the
golf
number of
bag.
guns
That's
they
one hell of
found.
a
I thought it was
fucking
like
golf bag.
17.
No, about 33.
33.
Yeah.
About
They're-
33
The number
rifles.
keeps changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But the
But
thing-
that's with everything though, because I remember the Boston bombing too.
Yeah.
I read a thing like the day that it happened.
Yeah.
I started reading some other like paper online saying that somebody leaked some information from like the national security.
Okay.
And saying that, oh yeah, this is going to happen. They're going to say it's two brothers. They're going to say that one of them was younger, than one of them was influenced by the older one, and that they're going to catch one. The other one's going to be like one of them's going to die. One of them's going to be alive, and all that stuff. And they're going to question the kid. They're going to say their age. They're going to change their names up around. They're going to just to add confusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to change the names. They're going to change the ages. They're going to say they're radicalists. They're going to say they're like part of like terrorists and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which, if they did do it, then yeah, they are terrorists because it doesn't matter what race you are.
Yeah.
If you're going to
You
go
could be
to
an
kill
American
them like
terrorist,
people,
yeah.
yeah, you're going to fucking kill people.
Yeah.
Like you're a fucking terrorist. You're an asshole. And while I read this, mind you, this was reported, like the article was dated the Wednesday, like before it happened or before, like shit, I think it went down on a Thursday. Or
I
something
think
like
so
that.
too.
And this was on a Wednesday. So I was watching it and I stayed up until like Friday morning, just listening to like the news and stuff what's going on. And exactly what the guy or this person wrote down is what was happening on the news. They're changing like the age. Like said that the kid was like 17 and they went to 19 and
Yeah.
all this stuff. And they're just I'm like, dude, this is too weird. And they're saying that the only reason that they were going to do it is to test how the military would react on our own homeland. It was an
Yeah.
actual like test for them to do.
Yeah. See,
Because exactly what they did, they ended up bringing the military into. Well, that's kind of creepy. They
you're a sergeant and he says military.
They're
Oh,
here.
shit.
They're here because they brought the military in. They made everyone stay inside the house. They had everything cleared, and they were going house to house to house, clearing out
Good.
every single spot, doing all that stuff. But the thing is, that was around the same time when they were passing that thing where where our government can get you, even if you're protesting. They can just say, "Oh, he's a terrorist." So they'll
The
just
Freedom
capture.
Act
Yeah,
pretty much bases off of the Freedom Act.
yeah. Or they'll
Yeah.
kidnap your ass. They don't have to tell your family. They don't have to do anything. They can just detain you without question.
Yeah.
Just because technically you're a threat to national security.
Yeah.
So they're saying that the Boston bombing was technically
A test.
a test to see how that would run, how their
Well,
strategies would happen.
So let me go ahead. Go on with what you're saying because I have something that I have a theory, but it's gonna go way out of control, and I want to.
Well, the thing is,
I want you guys to get what you guys need to get
well,
out
here's
first.
the thing, though.
because
Okay, actually, I want to hear your.
I
theory.
have a whole conspiracy theory about
Oh, this is already a
So-
conspiracy
yeah,
theory.
it's all-
But
it's
the
all-
thing
so-
is,
conspiracy.
So I think there's a team that orchestrated this.
Oh, yeah.
okay?
I
so
totally agree.
and like you said, the left. So I think this was a test. I mean, I think all the guns were brought there illegally, anyways. So, but they knew since it was a shooting, it's going to cause, fighting with the gun laws and stuff like that. So maybe they saw this as like, yeah, we'll kill 59 people, whatever, and we'll take this as a small sacrifice because, with this tighter gun laws, in time we'll save millions of people. You know what I mean?
It's more about, I think, about control too.
It is
they're-
control.
Yeah.
They want to regulate guns because they don't want, if the government ever, and they make it okay for the government to send people into people's homes.
Yeah.
Like they want us to be afraid and be like, okay, we need to be secure. It's okay for the police to be here. And I
Fuck
think
that.
get us accustomed to that kind of culture of
Yeah.
yes, they're here to protect us.
no,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Like, I don't think they should take our guns away, which that's going to piss a lot of people off. But one thing that we do need are better restrictions on getting these kind of weapons. you know?
And this whole thing kind of changed my thoughts of gun laws just because I used to be a pro advocate for you're allowed to defend yourself, but that really doesn't have any legitimacy to it anymore because if you're going to protect your family and stuff, you could do that with a pistol or a shotgun.
can do
You
it
don't
with a
need
knife.
assault rifles. You know what I mean?
But
How many
here's the
people
thing.
have killed people with
can't
swords
really,
and
can't,
shit?
you can't really call it an assault rifle.
Well,
Because we have
it's- yeah,
we
semi-automatic
about-
machine guns, though.
Yeah, we had. It's not an assault rifle like it's actually not even technically like at all.
It is.
It's not.
It's a rifle.
Yeah, it's just a rifle. It's just like any other rifle. Just this one shoots
More bullets.
more bullets at a faster rate. That's all it is.
But do we need that? Do we?
Necessarily? Technically? No.
but to protect ourselves against a radical government,
why
yes.
the fuck not?
But if we had a radical government, we wouldn't be able to defend ourselves.
I mean,
they have tanks. There's no firepower we would have that could protect us
Oh,
from
I
a
can
radical.
teach you some.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if a radical government really wanted to do whatever they want, we wouldn't be able to stop them anyways.
We'd be at a serious.
But then again,
Yeah. So
Not
but that
entirely
argument doesn't really suffice
No,
either.
but not like
But-
Syria where they're like unarmed. At least we
Yeah.
have guns here.
I mean, but
Well,
then again,
yeah.
they also said that back in the day before we came to the U.S. or before we came to America.
Yeah, but
They said we had no chance against Britain. We had no chance to fight against
And
England.
what happened?
yeah, but that was 1776.
But
It's
still.
2017 now.
But here's the thing.
And I think we have these laws set up, but these are such old laws, and we have to adapt with the times. And I think, unfortunately, I think these people fucked it up for the majority, you know. And now we do have to tighten. Just because it's not
it
worth.
only takes one person.
It's a political
Yeah.
agenda. That's
Yeah.
all it is. It's a political agenda trying to be pushed. And I can guarantee say, because I have a lot of fucking friends are pro-gun. I'm pro-gun.
Yeah.
And they're all law-abiding motherfuckers.
Yeah, the
All
one
right.
thing that really pissed me the fuck off. Not only did this motherfucker like mentally just like fuck up people's lives.
Yeah.
You know, he physically hurt people. He hurt people's family who lost other friends and family there. But all the politicians, you know, like any kind of talk show and stuff on
Oh, don't get me started with that.
on TV is that they immediately started pushing, you know, ban guns.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, can
Hillary
we not?
Clinton made her
Yeah.
tweet about it. Like,
It's like,
Yeah.
can we
Of
not
course.
talk about banning guns just yet? Because there's people who are in fucking mourning.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they don't even give a shit about that right now. A lot of people who have been emotionally and physically hurt by this are watching the news right now to figure out why the fuck this happened, why this guy did that, what caused
See,
it. And
I don't think it was just him either.
Yeah,
Like-
but the last thing they want to know is, are they going to ban guns? That's the last thing on their fucking
Yeah.
minds.
That's the thing.
Like I think the news just has to have a little bit more fucking respect for the people who this happened to.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's like a few people said, well, we should be more like Australia to ban all weapons. Cool.
not all weapons. They could still have pistols and rifles to hunt.
Yeah,
It's just
but
like
weapons.
rifles and shotguns.
And
I
so
think.
Yeah.
with that aspect, I'm like, cool. Understand? Australia does not have a constitution like us. We do. And obviously, in the Second Amendment, we have the right to bear arms.
You
Again,
can't take off guns from the table like the genie's out of the box.
I'm sorry,
You know,
yeah,
you
it's on
can't
the
take-
aspect-
You can't round them all up.
and then
It'll be impossible.
Yeah.
yes. Do I need a fully automatic weapon? No, because I can still fuck shit up with a semi-auto or a shotgun.
Yeah.
Accuracy.
Granted,
Yeah.
so I can go with that. Understand with that, but do not take the rights. So my government's going to take my rights for something just in case. I'm like, nope, I'm going to cause a revolt because in the Constitution even states it. The people have the right to overthrow the government if the government's not fit for the people.
Yeah, and the one thing that people argue about that, it's like what Justin said, is that this was a long time ago, and back then the rifles that they had were fucking muskets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is different. I
were
can see
hunting.
that.
It's
yeah.
all
They
through
needed them.
interpretation, but at the
Yeah.
same time, if people really want to get technical on the Constitution, then we should be having an Air Force or the Marine Corps.
Exactly.
Because on the Constitution
And-
says
yeah.
Army and Navy.
And also with that, if you take guns away from the people, take guns away from the police.
Yeah.
No.
Because with no guns, with no civilians have guns, then there's no need for the police department to
Yeah.
have guns.
So-
there would be no need. Like in England, the police officers, they don't have guns. They have a special unit that has guns,
Yeah.
and they're rarely ever called.
So what do we do then? Like, what do we? Because something's got to be done. We can't just have all these fucking lunatics.
Stricter
I-
regulations.
and I agree.
No automatic weapons. Like no automatic
Yeah,
weapons.
I agree. We don't need them.
But here's the thing.
Rifles are okay.
Unnecessary.
For the most part, automatic weapons are banned in most places.
But even like the contraption they
Like-
put on it.
It doesn't matter. I can get a file and modify
Yeah,
a
that's true. If you know
semi-automatic.
how to make guns,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you,
I think one thing they do need to make completely
But it makes
illegal
it
is
harder.
that bump stock that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
it makes it harder. Like you have to know.
Like I
guns.
think
Yeah.
that should
The
be
bump
fair.
stock, yes.
There are things that people who are for guns and people who aren't guns, they gotta come to an understanding, like, okay, well, these certain things should be illegal, like certain modifications and all that shit should be illegal, like, shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a thing, though. So back to the shooter. The guy had, from my understanding, California registered rifles.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
AR-15.
Yeah. And, let's throw this one out, too. AR-15s does not mean assault rifle. Get that fucking right. It is Armalite. It's based off the last name of a guy who created that platform.
Right,
Like that platform. So it was Armalite Model 15.
Just
That's
like
it.
the Winchester and
Like the
Colt.
Kalashnikov, the AK-47. If you guys don't know your history on the AK-47, a guy, Kalashnikov, created the fucking AK-47 in 1947. So a Kalashnikov.
And something every day. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So everybody, please.
Best gun in the world.
Yeah. And so, well, actually, no, we're not gonna get into that, David. Yeah.
But yeah, this guy did have like what 30-round mags and shit like that.
Yeah, 30-round magazines, obviously, which is illegal in the state of California, but is not in the state of Nevada. From my understanding, fully automatic weapons is legal in the state of Nevada
For now.
But he had California registered rifles.
Yeah.
So he either changed the action, pretty much what I mean by action is like the trigger mechanism and whatnot, or he modified it.
Yeah, they're thinking that there's a possibility that one of the mods that he could have done, we were talking about this a few days ago, is that there's a thing with the trigger, like a certain trigger. It's kind of like you said, it's kind of like in paintball.
Yeah.
This guy, like where you pull the trigger, it shoots one round, you let go, it shoots off another round.
Yeah.
So then that way it makes the semi-auto pretty close to fully auto, and then
Close
with
to that
with the
capability.
bump stock, it makes it even more possible to close to fully auto.
Yeah.
So
But like all that's good and said, but I mean, at the end of the day, like there's got to be some change. There has
the
to
only
be.
change,
and with Australia, it has been effective, you know.
but that's the thing. They don't have a constitution.
Yeah, but we do. But
That's the thing.
it's old though.
Well,
and
no,
I
but
would-
it's not.
It's outdated.
It
It's
doesn't. Well, here's the thing. Granted, yeah, it's outdated and it's old, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, certain changes is going to piss off a lot of people, right? So you need changes that actually make sense. All right. So
I was thinking the government.
You got to get the majority of each side to be like, okay, we're cool with this change.
yeah,
Because
Yeah,
if
but
it favors one side too much, the other side's going to complain, and vice versa.
but and at the same time too, a lot
that
of,
never works. It's
Yeah.
it's there's never any
But-
give
but-
and take. It's just
But the one thing, like Jimmy Kimmel did jump straight into, like get rid of guns type of thing. But one thing that he did bring up that is a great fucking point is that the people who are for guns, like the NRA and all this stuff, they were asking for better restrictions
Yes.
on weapons and all this
Yeah.
stuff. But the people who didn't want to were the congressmen or the senate,
Yeah, something like that.
It was like either Congress
Yeah,
or the
yeah.
Senate who didn't want these changes. It's like, why? It's like even like the head of like some NRA and stuff like that wanted these like regulations, like stricter gun
Yeah.
regulations, like
I'm
make
all
it
for
harder
it.
for people to get guns.
I am
I
all
see
for
it
it.
as like, why would the NRA want people to have these like go free willy nilly fucking like fully auto fucking weapons when if they have to change the laws, that means they would need to modify these weapons, and then people to have these guns would have to go out and buy these weapons that are to code with our laws. So that would make them more money. To me, it doesn't make sense why they wouldn't want to change
exactly. And then the same concept when people say, "Oh, the NRA are bribing people," blah blah blah. Yeah, the NRA are part for gun, like that favor people with gun, but they also want better gun control laws at the same time, make it stricter and whatnot. But they don't have the fucking money to be bribing politicians. They don't. So when people saying that, oh, the NRA is bribing, no, you're fucking stupid. Get your fucking your fucking facts straight and whatnot. But like, I can guarantee all of us in this table, in this room right now, can guarantee not everybody needs the same firepower that he needed.
Yeah.
Granted, will it be fun to have? Yes, but at the same time, that's why there's Class 3 licensing.
Yeah.
So if you can get that licensing, Class 3, more power to you.
Does this sound fair for people? Right, just how we drive, right? Before we drive, we have to take our written test, right? And then we have to take the actual driving test. And then you have to do the same thing for each class. You know, it's something different tests, different all the shit for each class.
I'm for that.
Do you think that would be a good thing, like getting someone's background check, getting their mental health and all this shit? You have
Oh,
actually,
for sure.
like
You
for a
avoid so
person
much
for a
fuckery.
person to get a certain rifle, one, they have to pass a written test about like the rules and regulations and all this shit. They have to actually go to an instructor, and which they do have some courses and stuff like that, which they'll get you like certified and all this shit. But then also the last thing, you have to actually go to a doctor or like a mental institute or something like that, actually get evaluated by a professional to give them the okay.
Yeah.
And then every so often, just like a license, you have to renew it.
Yeah,
Well,
that makes a lot of sense.
Would that so they can? But when you renew it, you also have to get reevaluated mentally. So then because one person can be fine now, some horrible shit can go on through their fucking life, and then boom, they have the weapons. They don't need to go get checked again and all this shit,
Yeah.
and then they just go crazy. So I
Sounds-
think they need. I think it's reasonable. I think
reasonable.
that is very fucking
It's reasonable,
reasonable.
but at the same time, it's gonna
Like,
up to the mental health portion. I think that's gonna be fucking with people.
how do you tell someone like in a rural area or it's uneducated to go to learn to take this test and then go find a doctor that lives like 50 miles away?
And that's
But the same thing. These people who aren't that smart can still sum up the fucking strength to actually do the fucking written test for driving.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah, but-
And driving, you can be driving like that one person. I forgot where it was, but this person was driving and just went on the sidewalk and just started fucking hitting people.
yeah.
I would correlate it though to like
Wasn't
getting your
Spain, wasn't
ID
it,
or
or
your driver's license. In a lot of states, it's actually really hard for people to go out and get those things.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking these are in states where guns are popular too. So if these people have to go and do all these things, it makes it really difficult for us. It's easier.
Yeah,
but for them, it's a lot harder.
That's the thing. It would make it harder to get
Yeah.
weapons.
I get what you're
but
saying,
it would,
though, but it's
but
just-
it would also make it safer. It would
It
piss a
affects
lot of
people
people. Yeah,
unproportionately though.
yeah.
Like, I
but,
get what you're saying.
But still, like it. But it only be for the people who want to get guns.
Yeah.
If you don't want a gun, you don't have to go through this
Yeah,
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because here's the
There
thing
you
too.
go.
If you
it-
go
it
through
like-
the whole
it-
thing,
yeah.
it means you really want
Yeah,
it to.
exactly.
But here's my other thing too,
Exactly.
which I'm all in favor of it, but people need the proper education.
Yeah.
Open carry.
Yeah.
Fucking Texas does it. I am
Yeah.
sorry. Even one little small town, I forget the name of the town. Obviously, is open carry. The crime rate is 3%.
Yeah.
Why? Because everybody has
Yeah.
fucking
Same
guns.
same with Alaska. People know, like, dude, nothing's gonna pop off with a weapon because there's at least like 5 other people in this place that are gonna fucking shoot my ass.
Exactly.
Real quick before I can even get a shot off.
Exactly. So
Like, there's been so many cases too where you watch it on YouTube where of the fucking surveillance videos.
Yep.
Where a guy comes up into a store, holds a fucking, like, there's one specific video too. This guy walks into the liquor store, holds a gun up, like holds up the fucking liquor store. Little does he know that 2 of the 3 people inside the store
Yeah, are
have
carrying.
guns. So one of the guys like backing up, has his hands up, and then when he gets the opportunity, he just fucking
He
pulls his
fucking-
gun out. The other guy pulls his gun out too, and fucking just pop, fucking shoot this guy. He's on the ground. They holster the weapons and all this shit. And it's like, all right, there. There's also been videos of people with guns. This guy, he had a gun. This officer was being attacked by an ex-police officer or parole or
Something,
something
yeah.
like that. He was in the highway. Right, this other guy who had his gun on him in the car gets out, asks if the officer needs help. He told the guy to get off. Blah blah blah. Nothing. He ends up shooting the guy, saving the cop's life.
Yeah.
Puts his gun down. Cops show up. He like does all this shit. So he did the right thing. That's actual
Yeah.
knowing what you're supposed to do with the weapon.
Yeah.
yeah. So do we
so
need
the-
education on this shit?
Yeah, we need lots of education. That's why I think it should be like driving, a full fucking course. And I think you should have to be a certain fucking age towards where you need guns. Like, I know people are going to get mad because you can join the military at 18, but if you're not able to buy a gun at 18, shit like that.
Yeah.
But I think you still need to be like mentally like prepared to have a gun. You need to know what the hell you're doing with this thing.
Yeah. So
Because a lot of cases too, it's people fucking like shooting themselves or shooting a friend because they're doing the one thing that you're not supposed to. Is fucking.
Yeah.
They think it's empty, but it's not.
Yeah.
They fucking like, and it goes
Yeah.
off, and well,
Yeah.
fuck. Because some
They're cleaning
guns
it
and stuff
or
like that. Some
something
weapons
and
have like a
goes
hair
off.
trigger and shit.
not really a hair trigger. That's like a modification for
Yeah.
it. To be honest with you, but why are you gonna keep a fucking weapon
I
loaded?
mean, yeah,
Exactly. It's like.
But then that's where some of the people who want to ban guns like, well, if you're not going to keep it loaded, then it's not really protecting. It's like, dude, it's not hard to go,
yeah.
Yeah.
like, just real quick.
I'm sorry. I can. I think from any weapon, it'll take me a while to fucking load. It's like a fucking open bolt machine gun, like a 249, 240 Bravo.
You have to
Yeah.
fucking load it up.
Open it.
I don't know
Yeah.
too much about that.
So
stuff.
pretty much,
Or a fucking like
so-
break barrel. You have to.
Yeah. So pretty much
Shotgun and shit, do
on
that.
that aspect, a open bolt. It's pretty much just fully automatic. So
Okay.
as soon as you push the trigger, it's gonna fire, and then as soon as you let go, it's gonna stop. prime example, like the M60 Hog or like the 249 SAW machine gun. So it's belt fed.
Okay.
So you open it. So you're gonna pull it and pull the charging handle back. Open it. Put the rounds. Clack. And then that's it.
Yeah.
So safety. Pull. And then as long as you hold your finger on that trigger, it's gonna keep firing bullets till you let go.
Yeah.
So
Most accurate is a 3-round burst, right?
yeah, pretty much. So yeah. So on that aspect, yeah, that's gonna take me a minute to fucking load because I need to open it, close that, and all right. Then by that time, I'm dead because I have someone that break in that shot me.
Yeah.
So or I go, hey, clap, that's it, pop, and that's it.
Yeah.
So same thing with a rifle too. Is that I close it, and that's it. So it's like. I don't know.
Another thing I think too was we're talking about mental health and stuff, but he didn't have any history of that.
That's
Like, you
no,
know,
I know,
and there was no sign. So I think it's too convenient. Like I think he was a scapegoat of a grander scheme because
Well, it was more.
Yeah,
Technical term for this incident is actually a false flag.
Yeah, false flag. But what they're I heard one theory, and it's fucking out there. But they're saying that supposedly this guy, since he had so much money, you know, he sent $100,000 or something like that to his girlfriend in the Philippines so she can buy a house out there. I'm like, why would he send that much? There'd have to be a ways to like for him to know that he's gonna get that money back.
Yeah.
So we're thinking that he brought all these weapons to the Mandalay Bay to sell them to a group or some people or something like that because he could get a shitload of fucking money for this shit. And then it probably went wrong. They probably fucking killed his ass. And then they started the shooting, and they already had shit planned.
But yeah, well, that's like a
that's-
very
He
far
was a rich
stretch.
man, though. He was a rich man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we don't know because he worked for the government too. Like, that could have been a way that he knew, or for him to make more money, or he knew too much.
Okay, so one thing I read about him was that he actually got the same room when Lollapalooza was going on.
Mm-hmm. And then he
And-
also had another room at some other spot.
Yeah.
facing
The
the
night
event.
before, he actually made 2 noise complaints to the floor downstairs because they were playing music too loud, and it was country music. So
What?
it's weird. So it's like obviously that was
So
bothering
apparently-
him, and he's at a. But why would you book a hotel
Well,
facing out against the concert?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
But
Why would he
Then
need
he
None
just
of it
snapped and
makes
was like, I'm
sense.
over
Why
the
why
loud
would he
music
need 2 rooms?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
2 conjoined rooms. Why?
So and
For one person.
exactly, and
Using
which,
his girlfriend's ID.
yeah, exactly.
That makes no sense.
Which I'm actually glad that bitch from MSNBC got fired for the statement
Yeah.
she fucking said.
I couldn't
Fuck
believe
that
she
bitch.
said that.
Yeah.
What did she say?
She said
She feels no sympathy for
Yeah,
for the people who lost their lives or got hurt at the shooting.
Why did she say that?
because they're most likely Republican because they're country fans.
yeah.
So that means they're a Trump supporter.
So,
Yeah.
No one deserves
Yeah.
to die.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so by
It's
me,
fucking,
dude.
she'll
So-
never get a job at fucking.
Never.
no,
Never
no,
again.
thank God, because
Yeah.
apparently
That's awful.
with her statement, since I like country, so apparently I'm
Yeah.
a
I
automatic.
like country, so I guess I voted for Trump. I didn't vote for
apparently,
Trump.
but at the
I
same
did,
time,
but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
yeah.
White.
But here's the thing.
But that we'll get into that another time.
And this is the other thing I'm also saying, that I'm a very firm believer that this is a political stance for the left to push their agenda on gun control. Because
Yeah.
due to the fact on this, in September, I forgot when in September of pretty much last month, in Chicago, Illinois, that city has one of the most strictest gun laws,
Yeah.
stricter than California itself.
Yeah.
58 people died and 200 something injured,
Jesus.
but nowhere in the media
Yeah.
whatsoever.
It's because people get shot there all the time.
It doesn't matter, but that's a mass shooting.
Yeah,
And that's-
I'm
and-
reading right. I was reading right now, and it's like on that Sunday, like 17 people got shot. Like the next day, like 13 people get shot.
Really?
It's like over 1,000 people have been shot in Chicago, and
But-
that's not assault rifles. Probably a lot of pistols.
But
Yeah.
the same thing, but on that same scale, it trumps. It's pretty much equal of Vegas.
And Trump compares. He brings up Chicago a lot. The gun violence in Chicago. He says there's something wrong with it. But I always thought, like, I never thought about gun control. I always thought he's looking for an excuse to send, like, the military into Chicago, into the South Side or something.
I don't-
No.
Like-
But Chicago has been a problem for so
Years.
long.
Long
Because
time.
even before Trump, like it's been a problem.
Yeah.
They even asked like Obama about it and
Yeah,
all this
right,
shit because
right.
he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
So they asked him about this stuff, and
That's
he
like
was
the
giving his point
example of
view.
gun
Yeah.
violence out of control.
Well, it's
Chicago,
it's
like,
gun
fucking
violence.
It's always been
Detroit and
mob
all this shit.
mob stuff like
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Latin
Mob-
Kings,
yeah,
Latin
mob there.
Kings, and
But
all
here's
that
the,
war.
yeah, but so on the same concept of this, and you decided if they do decide to push ban guns, there's the fucking black market.
Yep.
I am sorry.
Yeah, because they made drugs illegal. Drugs are illegal, and people can. I can fucking go get some fucking heroin, coke, mushrooms, all this shit with one fucking phone call.
Yeah. Same here.
But it would make it harder.
I'm not saying
to
that
get.
I know people who sell that. I'm saying I can find people that really fucking need
But
it.
there's the thing, though. Anything, if you have malintent, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah.
Because like we were saying, what, we're going to ban spoons?
Exactly. Yeah, I can stab someone with a fucking spoon. You stab them in the throat, fucking pop their shit out.
Yeah.
Are they going to ban spoons? No.
Yeah, but here's one solution. The government could say, all right, we'll buy those guns off you or whatever, whatever monetary value that we think it is.
Yeah, it's going to be like GameStop, bro. They're going to give you like 25 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, but then after that, so there is the black market. You could still get them illegally, but it will be harder to get. Yeah. And I think that's ultimately what we want, is it not to be so easy.
We want guns, but we want them to be more regulated, on how to get it, because you never know, dude. There's people who hide their mental instability so well.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah. And like Jim Jeffrey said, once in a while, we all get a little sad.
Yeah.
That's true. But we all lose our minds a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Some more than others.
Once in a while.
Before we continue this, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Short?
Yeah, keep it short and sweet. Hey guys, thanks for listening so far. First, we got a few shout outs to do. First, check out audibletrial.com/rathouse, RATTHAUS, for 1 month free and 1 free audiobook. You got thousands of books you can choose from. Pick your genre. I'm sure you'll be happy and pleased, and you'll keep your subscription. Also, go to rathouse.net, RATTHAUS.net, and click on the Geek Fuel banner for your 30% off of your first box. Get everything geeky that your heart desires. It's always a surprise, so it's always feeling like Christmas. Also, while you're at rathouse.net, click on the Hot Topic banner for 20% off of all sorts of miscellaneous products. Clothing, Funko Pops, the holiday specials are coming up. So you're going to be able to find Nightmare Before Christmas stuff on there for your Halloween stuff. So make sure to check that out. Also, if you need a ride somewhere, or you're too drunk to drive, or you just need to get somewhere quick but you have no means, use our promo code RHP for your Lyft. For first-time users, you get 10 rides, $5 off.
Pitching on over to me and Mike, of course. Shout-outs to fanboynation.com.
We got crap. Almost forgot.
We got crap.
My bad. That hashtag show via YouTube and that hashtag show.com.
Of course, Growing Up, Not Growing Old podcast.
Shane Gray Live.
Radio Free Mandalore Network, especially the Radio Free Mandalore Network, the Radio Free Mandalore Show, and the Radio Free Network.
And our new personal good friends, Rogue Squadron Podcast.
Last but not least, of course, the Everything Bagel Podcast. And I also forgot, hey man, you know what? We're all geeky here. Make sure to also check out the Geek Speak Show with our good friend Henry. Till next time, you guys, thanks for listening and thanks for supporting the podcast.
Later. All right, guys.
But we definitely need some better gun controls in this. Because what's happened in multiple different cities with all the shootings throughout the years, it's fucking horrible. There's no fucking need for it.
Yeah.
And I don't think they could have been prevented. Because if somebody wanted to do some harm, like Mike said, they're going to fucking do it. They're going to find a way to harm people.
Yeah.
And it can be with fucking anything.
Oh, yeah.
The people who hijacked the planes, they had fucking razor blades.
Yeah.
They had fucking box cutters, and they jacked the plane with box cutters, not guns. There's a thing where I told you where they showed it for 5 minutes on the fucking scroll on the news a while back when it was a little bit after the Dark Knight shooting happened.
Yeah.
This kid went into the theater with his parents and like his siblings, and for some fucking reason he busted out his fucking knife, killed his parents and his kid and his little brother and sister. And that was only it was on the news for 5 minutes, but it was just on the words on the bottom scrolling.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't they putting a focus on knives like they do with guns?
Mental illness. Mental illness.
It's like, dude, some people then again, we don't know how the kid was treated too.
Yeah, and then plus children don't know. Unfortunately, they don't know how to process their emotions properly.
Yeah.
So, what do you think if Nevada did have an open carry and that same shooting happened? You'd have a whole bunch of people shooting at a window.
But that's the dangerous part too, because like
there's a danger on that.
Yeah.
because they could shoot at the wrong window.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
They could have, yeah.
Here's my
They
thing.
could have been.
Where was
way bad.
security?
They were shooting people in the crowd. Didn't you see the video?
Oh, well, except for that
That's what we
guy.
just talked
Like,
about.
no, but there were some security guards who were actually helping people.
Yeah.
Like people who are on the ground, like, no, get
Dan
up,
Bilzerian.
run,
Dan Bilzerian.
Now we're on that.
Sprang into action.
Yeah, what would you have done to
Tried to-
defend
he-
yourself?
dude, he tried to run to a cop to
Yeah.
get
Off,
his
or-
gun to shoot back, and
fuck
they told
that guy.
him no.
Wait,
Fuck that
what?
guy.
Dan Bilzerian, he went up to a cop, asked him for his gun so he can go and like shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
But I'm like, at that point, don't do that. Just get the fuck out
If
of
I
there.
was
Like,
there,
if you
storm
really want to
the
help,
hotel, like-
yeah, if you want to help at that point, like
Help people.
who are hurt.
Yeah.
Like, there's a guy there where I guess his mom was a nurse.
Okay.
You know, so she taught him some stuff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So you see him with his camera or his phone or something like that or GoPro, but he's running from
Such
people. Like
horrible
people
footage.
were on the floor and he's running up to him. You know, where you hit. He's feeling like with his hands, see where the gunshot, and the people who were with him. He's teaching them how to like, okay, well, put pressure
this
here,
and
do
do
this,
that.
and then that. He was going to multiple people, calling the EMTs and EMS to come help.
Yeah.
All these people like, hey, we need some help over here, blah blah blah. Get him then, and he'd go run off to the next person, looking
Yeah.
around and screaming at people to turn the lights back on because the EMTs need help.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
that's what we want to see. And there's also like ex-military members who are there, like vets who are there, who are helping people, telling people to keep their heads down but keep running.
Yeah.
You know, getting in their car. Like somebody straight up like stole someone
Yeah.
else's truck because he knew like we're in a country, man. I've been to plenty of these. I know someone's gonna leave their keys in.
Oh yeah.
He went to the right truck. There was keys inside. He stole it.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of people in it.
And
like
fucking
hurt people
started
also,
going-
and just taking people to the hospital.
But here's my thing,
And
too.
then the guy's like, "Where's my fucking truck? I want to get out of here."
But here's the thing too. Those and I'm sorry, but if you're one of those people that comment on that shit, fucking bitching the fact that this guy, these people saving people's lives, say how dare you touch these people's with your fucking dirty hands?
Yeah, that
fuck you.
shit pissed me off. It's
I'm
like,
sorry, fuck you.
Yeah, because dude, imagine.
That's
Right? Imagine,
Yeah.
Heartless.
imagine somebody saying like, "Dude, how can you fucking do this? You know, your hands are dirty. You're gonna infect them." But imagine if that person was hit and that person with the dirty hands came over to save their fucking life. Are they gonna be like, "Ew, no, I'm hit. Don't touch me with your
I
dirty
can't
hands."
believe
No, they're
someone
gonna
like
be like, "Dude, I
bitch
fucking
about
need help."
that.
Yeah, no,
that's
I'm
like
sorry,
that's
yeah.
some shit like that CBS bitch said. Like,
Yeah, it's
Just
fucking
bleed out
stupid.
then. Just
yeah.
Well, it's like
It's fucking stupid. Like people don't fucking think just
No.
because it had nothing to do with them. They don't fucking think
Yeah.
about shit at all.
Well, this is like I have a really good prime example of this. It was years ago, probably 2013-ish. So this is when I was going to school as a medical assistant. Me and my buddies were after school. We were just chilling, and I think we were going to like 7-Eleven, and I was driving, and then a shooting happened,
Yeah.
and a guy got injured.
While you were there,
Yeah, I was driving.
shit.
So I was like, fuck. So the guy who shot the guy ran. I was like, but since I'm also going to medical assistant, so I have medical training, I have to fucking go and help or I get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right? So I went to go help. And he got shot in the chest. And so pretty much he had a sunken chest wound. So pretty much it penetrated to his lungs. So he was, if nothing was done, he would suffocate it with drowning with his own blood. So I'm like, fuck. And I told my buddy, go give me that fucking Dorito bag. He's like, what? Just give me the fucking Dorito bag. So fucking cut it. And I was like, there's tape in my
he starts
shirt.
eating it. Good, I was hungry.
Yeah,
Now I
right?
can save this guy.
Right? So I said, go get me a water bottle. Go get the tape inside in my truck. He's like, what? Just fucking go do it. Rinse my hands, the Dorito bag, got the tape, cut his shirt, fucking bam, taped it. Gently roll him over, tape the back. Just doing that, I fucking prolonged his life long enough for EMTs to come and fucking get him.
Nice.
So it's like,
Do you remember the flavor of the bag of Doritos?
Cool Ranch.
traditional. Yeah.
So, but that's the thing.
That would have sucked if it was salsa verde.
But here's the thing, though. But like, just like, granted, not everybody has that knowledge.
Yeah.
What I did, but the thing is that anybody can help. And it's like, yeah, granted, I got something that was in the trash can, but if I didn't do that, then he would have died.
Yeah.
I don't. I said that's the thing. I don't need to know you to save your life.
Do you think kids in high school, at least their senior year, should get certified
Yes.
CPR, like mandatory?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Because some people are like, oh, it's mandatory. Do you take this? I think it's mandatory to learn how to fucking at least help save someone's fucking life.
I think it's mandatory for everybody to learn the basics of
Life.
of first aid.
Yeah.
Not only that, I think it'd be good. It'd be humbling to people, saying like making them learn how to save someone's life. It'll add humility to them. Like, if everyone knew how to save people's lives, there would be less shootings like this because people would be forced to know how to care and save.
Yeah.
It gives people a different outlook on life and humanity. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
First aid, definitely.
Yeah, like I said,
it has to be something.
And
It has to be helpful.
People run away from trouble. They run away. They get uncomfortable when people are hurt and stuff. They don't want to approach it. But
a lot of times it's crazy because you'll see someone who you think like how would they act in a certain situation, and they end up being the most fucking brave ones who try to help as many people as possible, even though it's like their lives on the line and shit too. Like one of them was a military member. I don't know if he was in the
I don't think he was a medic, but he got shot in the leg.
Yeah, he
and
got
still
shot in the
fucking
leg.
helping motherfuckers.
He got shot in the leg. He one guy got shot in the arm, and it went through his arm and it hit his abdomen. And he kept pressure on this guy's arm, like he got him, took him to a truck. Where another guy was, I think this guy was also a Marine or something like that. And the Marine took like 12 to 15 people to the hospital.
Yeah.
But then this other vet who got shot in the leg was still putting pressure on this guy's wound to get him to the hospital, save that guy's life.
And they put a tourniquet on his ass and everything. Like me, I have like 10 tourniquets in total. I have like 5 at home, and if you have a little thing where you have jumper cables in your car, at least have basic first aid objects,
Dude,
and better have a fucking CPR mask and a fucking tourniquet.
Even if anything, too, fucking carry, like, I know it sounds weird, but carry fucking tampons in your goddamn car.
to plug a wound.
Yeah, to plug a
the
wound. If a girl gets a period on your car, you got that too. Like, you help multiple people.
Yeah, plug a wound.
Yeah, but dude, they use that shit. Like,
I was like, what the fuck? But then, it makes sense.
You fucking,
I was like, where's he going with this?
No, you plug the wound. It absorbs blood.
Yeah.
It stops it. I've had to use it for fucking nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, wrestling.
Oh God!
In wrestling in high school, got a nosebleed.
fit it up
It was horrible because it was a scented kind. So I smelled like iron and like Febreze.
Iron and Febreze.
Yeah, it was gross.
But yeah, no, I think everybody should learn the
basics
of first aid, how to do dress a wound, how to do a pressure bandage and shit like that, how to properly put on a tourniquet and shit like that. So.
Yeah.
It's I think it'll save a lot of lives.
Yeah.
I think if more people, which there's no way to be prepared for it.
No.
But one way to help would be if all those people who would have been going to school here in the United States for the most part, if we all did get certified to at least learn how to save someone's life, how to address wounds and shit like that in high school, they would have at least a basic knowledge of how to help certain people in that situation.
Yeah.
Like rip a piece of your shirt off, fucking do this shit. And
it's better to have the knowledge to be prepared instead of going into an incident of not having the knowledge and not knowing what to do.
Yeah, knowing a little bit of something is better than knowing nothing.
Yeah.
And since there was people there helping, that number could have been more than 59 if there wasn't people saving, So some lives were saving.
500 and like what, 514?
530, I think, injured.
God damn.
And it's just fucking, I've seen so much footage. It's just so sad. Just spraying and it's hard to comprehend.
Tripping over each other right away.
This whole past week was just fucking like saddening, man.
Yeah, it is. It really has been.
So much fucked up shit just fucking happening.
Yeah, and it's like that one where this guy's like going in the crowd and he's checking their pulse and this girl's just like it's just horrible.
It's fucking sad, dude. Like it got me like teary eyed a few times watching it.
I had to look away. Just because that's real people our age.
It's it's no CGI.
I felt like it hit home because it's Vegas, man. Like I've been there like 20 times.
Yeah.
I feel like if you live in Southern California, in general, like you felt it. You're like, Vegas.
Well,
like,
that and a lot of us actually had friends that were there.
Exactly. There's so many people I've talked to that knew people that were there. Like,
and like I've already heard from some of them that they didn't. Thank God they didn't get hurt, but there's still that PTSD that's fucking following. Dude, how are they gonna go to another event that they loved going to events, they loved doing all the shit, but how are they gonna go now knowing that there's a possibility that some fucked up shit will happen?
Yeah.
And like it fucks with you. Like you don't want to go. Like I know you have it where you don't want to go into fucking public places, like crowded fucking public spots. Because one thing that most military guys do, they look around, and when they look around at everybody, who the fuck can be a possible fucking like problem, who could be a problem. And if you're surrounded by so many fucking people,
it's hard to watch everyone.
You start losing that fucking trust, and it drives you fucking. You're just like.
Like it's on that aspect as well, maybe to some people it might sound like a dick thing for me to say, but anybody that was a part of that's listened to this and was a part of that incident, go see someone that can help you with your mental health.
Seek out like a therapist or something. Go talk it out.
Yeah, because it's gonna bug you.
It'll bring up all the horrible shit. It'll bring up everything, but it's good to.
It will teach you how to process those feelings and what you're going through. So I really do recommend to go to see someone professionally in mental health because processing on your own way on this grand scale of things, you ain't gonna do shit. You only cause harm to yourself and then cause harm to people around you as well. So
like most therapists, they're not gonna tell you what to do. They're mostly there to listen to you. They're gonna ask you questions of why this, or how do you feel about this, what makes this bring up like these certain feelings and stuff. Like, they're gonna ask you these kind of questions. They're not so much gonna tell you how to fix it, because that's not their job to fix you. They're gonna kind of show you in different ways how to
cope with what happened.
And it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a long time. But then that's why you go to your friends and family also, who support you, and they're going to try to help you out along the way too. If you have severe anxiety of going somewhere, ask somebody to go with you, even if it's just to the liquor store. Like, can you want to come with me here? At least start slowly going into more places. Kind of don't let that fear take over your life.
Well, it's like
I know it's hard, but you gotta face that fear.
It's
slowly.
like I put myself through shock therapy constantly when I go to conventions and shit like that. So it's things that I enjoy, but it's like, well, I really want to go to like I want to go to San Diego Comic Con, but I can't because my bullshit is holding me back. No, fuck that.
Yeah, because it'll hold you back from a lot of stuff. Because there's so many things places that are fun, and there is now a pretty high risk of something fucking happening.
Yeah.
It can happen anywhere. Like at the Comedy Store. There was a fucking shooting at the Comedy Store like a year or two back.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Not inside of it, but it was like outside. Like some guy got like shot and all that stuff. And
makes you think because I've been to Vegas pool parties and the way that they're set up, there's
the
pool parties and there's buildings.
Dude, the hotels look down on everything.
So imagine at any pool party they could have just dumped and everybody would have been fucked.
That's
Fish
why.
in a pond.
Literally, That's why when there was all those fires going on in Vegas, what did they do? They changed the regulations, and now there's
Vegas will never be the same.
Fires.
Vegas will never be the same.
No,
and
the security is going to be way up, and I'm not going to be surprised if
it's a good thing though.
If somehow it affects the whole drinking aspect of it too. I don't think that.
I think like where you could drink 24/7. I don't think that's going to change.
You never know. I mean, I hope it doesn't.
Yeah,
Vegas will always be a party.
It will, but
but it won't be the same. The events are damn sure not going to be the fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not going to be the same.
There was rumors that because the UFC was last night, right? And there was rumors that they're going to cancel it. Tony Ferguson even said before, like, I'm surprised we're still going to fight, but let's do it.
Joe Rogan,
which was a hell of a fight yesterday.
Yeah, Joe Rogan actually had his show in Vegas this past Friday.
Yeah.
And 100% of his proceeds went to the victims of the Las Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Thanks for that
sure.
one.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Dude, not everyone. People give out like maybe 50%. He straight up gave 100% of everything he made that night for the victims. And dude, it's sad that a lot of these victims are making GoFundMe accounts because they can't afford their medical bills or the bills to bury a loved one. It's like, dude, really? Has our system gotten that fucked up that when there's a fucking tragedy, you're still gonna be like, oh yeah, we're still billing you, by the way. It's like, fucking really,
it's
dude?
fucked up.
Fucking really?
But and then on that same aspect, when
we got a fucking billionaire as the fucking president, he can pay for these fucking people's like stuff.
Yeah.
I know like a lot of Las Vegas elites, they contribute a lot of money, like Dana White, the Petita brothers, Sheldon Adelson.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jimmy Kimmel's gonna donate a shitload of money.
But at the same time too, if you can do something to help out the victims on this, do it if you can.
Yeah, just donate something.
If you can. But don't.
I know like the Red Cross over there in Nevada alone, they were packed.
Yeah.
Like they had to tell people like, you guys can't come in anymore.
Donating blood.
Donate some cash instead of blood because we have too much blood now.
Blood,
Too much.
So that's my.
I mean, that's a good thing. I mean,
that's
that's a really good thing.
So if you really want to help out the people at any incident, like the hurricanes or the earthquake in Mexico, anything
Puerto
like that.
Puerto Rico needs a lot of help right now.
Especially Puerto
They need
Rico.
a lot of help.
They're being
Houston still.
Yeah, Houston.
Yeah.
So instead of saying,
a lot of shit happened the last 6 weeks.
Yeah.
instead of doing,
horrible.
I have prayers. Fuck that. Go do something.
Yeah.
It's like
Thoughts and prayers doesn't pay for
thoughts
shit.
and prayers don't
Yeah.
do shit. Go out and do something.
Action.
It's crazy how much shit has happened recently.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
who
bad.
do you help? Like
There's
where
so much
do you
shit going on.
Puerto
And
Rico needs a lot of help
Puerto Rico
though.
is fucked right now. But the Royal Caribbean actually sent out. They canceled one of their cruises, and they actually
That's
sent that
fucking
cruise line
awesome.
with supplies and all that stuff to go send over there.
Yeah.
And they're getting people out.
Royal
Nice.
Caribbean Carnival did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Several
that's what I'm saying.
cruises.
Royal Caribbean Carnival. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Like they sent a bunch, like one of their ships with a bunch of fucking supplies and all that stuff, because I'm sure they already had supplies
Yeah.
for the cruise.
Yeah.
So if they go out there, send them all like their drinks, the foods, and all, because they'll have a bunch of food. I'm sure they're gonna
Oh, yeah.
probably be docked there for a while, probably serving people food and all that stuff,
Yeah.
letting people stay in there, and also so that's one good thing that's happening
Oh,
out
yeah.
there. But I don't know. We need some more stuff out there in Puerto Rico.
I heard they're not going to have
like.
electricity for like 4 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
So they just have
And the
giant
thing is,
generators out there.
dude,
just
but
they're
running
one
out
of our
of fuel.
fucking colonies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our territories.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so bad that
Sad.
someone even told me that her mom's out there. Her mom's about 80 something, and her house only pretty much has like one wall. She doesn't have. She's like missing one wall. Has no ceiling.
Yeah, that was a huge fucking hurricane that
a lot
fucked
of
everything
A
up.
lot of people are pretty much getting like not scabies, but like a pretty much like skin disease because they're so getting bunched up together.
Yeah.
A lot of their livestock are
Dying up.
no, they're dead.
They lost it.
Their dog. There's like cows and horses in the middle of the street, bloated, decomposing. So that's going to cause more
Disease.
Yeah, more diseases.
Jeez.
Gets
So-
in the water too. And
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what our government's waiting for, and for Trump to make that bullshit fucking like statement where, don't you know, like we've already spent a lot of money.
He's
Yeah,
trying to make
that
it seem
was-
like it's
bro,
not
it's
that
like-
bad.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh
Just because
my
a lot of people
God.
didn't die. I'm like, dude, no, the country's devastated. All these people, there's no power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no roads in the countryside and stuff. All the bridges are gone.
We're
Like,
supposed to. They're part of like.
They're ours.
They're ours.
They are U.S. citizens.
We don't need a passport to go to fucking Puerto
Yeah.
Rico.
Yeah.
Like fucking send some shit down there, dude.
don't you remember West Side Story? Like they're
Yeah.
a part of us.
Yeah,
Like,
no, but the thing too, all you motherfuckers are out there saying, save Tibet, save this. Yeah, how about we start with our own?
Yeah.
Go help out fucking our people in Puerto Rico.
Let's get some clean water in fucking Flint, Michigan.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let's take
Yes.
care of
Get
our...
some fucking clean
That's the
water
thing.
there.
And people say, oh, you sound like an American elitist. Fuck yeah, I'm an American elitist. I am fucking firstborn generation from immigrants in this country.
Yeah.
I'm American to the day I die.
Well, it's also look at it this
Served.
way.
You're definitely an American. You're more American.
Yeah.
Than, you know.
Well, we actually had an encounter with not physical or like in person competition with an actual military member that was making. He was actually making fun of.
that
made a
motherfucker.
stupid fucking joke of the situation in Vegas because it was blocking his guns and car posts.
I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
fucking-
mention his fucking name.
yeah,
but-
fuck that motherfucker. And
Doesn't
on that
need any
same,
more
on that,
attention.
on the
It
same
pretty much
aspect-
is. His
Yeah.
name's everywhere now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so on that same aspect, that yeah, granted we do have assholes, and because I'm one of them.
it's with everything.
But-
no, but you're an asshole that cares.
Yeah, I'm an asshole that cares, but at the same time, if you're gonna put some fucked up shit,
You're a scarred up teddy bear.
yes, I am. Thank you. But the thing is that if you're gonna say some fucked up shit and post it in social media, man the fuck up or woman the fuck up,
Yeah.
and accept the fucking feedback you're gonna get.
Yeah. Don't post something, claim that you accept what you said, and then all of a sudden delete it.
Yeah, or fucking call a bunch of people fucking snowflakes.
Yeah.
I'm like, the only reason why I'll call anybody snowflakes if you're a left winged to the day you die.
Where did they get
Democrat.
that nickname? Snowflake. Yeah. Where did
Because
that
they're
come
soft
from?
and fragile.
Yeah, the soft and fragile.
Oh.
Oh no, you must say space.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense.
I just thought it was funny that he called me a snowflake, dude. I'm the first thing from a snowflake.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw that. I'm like,
I'm like,
this
bro.
guy.
And he's from the military too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he's green still. He's a green pea about it too, and because Jose mentioned it to me, I'm like, it's just face. He's wearing that uniform, and he thinks he's fucking.
say what he wants.
He can say what he wants. So it's like,
It's because I have a bunch of friends who were in the military, and they actually been in the fucking sandbox where they seen some shit.
Yeah.
And they tell us, they're like, dude, like when people talk shit about like Middle Easterns and all that stuff,
Oh, yeah.
like they get fucking pissed. He's like, no, they're actually some of the nicest.
Oh,
fucking
hell
people.
yeah, dude.
They'll invite you into their house where they barely have any food, but they'll still give you fucking something.
Something.
They're the nicest
Food,
people.
something.
They
Yeah.
really are.
Yeah, they are.
I'm
And
really
they love
glad
to laugh. They love comedy.
I'm really glad that one of the first thoughts I had when the attack was happening was like, oh my god, I hope it's not a Muslim terrorist.
Yeah,
I hope it's not an
God.
Islamic terrorist. 'Cause I knew right after, I'm like, after this, if it was an Islamic terrorist, I'm like, no one would forgive him. If the travel ban would go through, everyone would hate them.
Actually,
Everyone
let's just phrase it. Not saying Muslim.
I was
And
hoping
Middle
it
Eastern.
wasn't a minority.
Yeah, let's throw that out there. Not a Muslim.
Imagine if it was a
Even
Hispanic,
a black guy, yeah,
imagine
Hispanic
a Hispanic dude was like, "Well, we're building that fucking wall."
Yeah,
it's true.
There goes
How
all
shitty
this
is
stuff.
that,
It's
though? Like, just
the mindset on some things
Yeah.
where you're like, "Dude, please, God, don't."
Just
But
around an hour.
Oh shit.
oh shit, yeah, yeah. I think we'll end this here, but we will probably most likely pick it up next week if you guys are down to be
down,
back
dude.
on. We'll definitely.
I'll be
continue
in
this.
Mexico, but
Yeah, well,
Nice.
we'll still-
yeah, first timer here.
I know
Don't
next
cool.
week we're
Yeah.
going to be going
Where?
for like an hour and a half. or something.
Fucking, I forget.
Like the border, or-
Rosarito and stuff.
No, Ensenada, I think.
Ensenada.
Oh,
nice.
well,
Across
yeah,
the
just
border.
stay
That sounds
stay in the resorts. Don't kind of go off of it because
Yeah.
right now it is. It's not like how they say like they're gonna kidnap you and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But
well, if you find
yeah,
trouble,
yeah. If like at clubs, careful because that's where a lot of the actual like roofing does fucking happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll like roof you. They'll get a hot ass girl to be, oh yeah, we'll go to your room, and then they have fucking guys following her
the
to your
security
room.
guards aren't
Yeah.
always your friends.
Yeah.
They might be the ones
So
looking
just
to get you.
fuck that.
Just careful with it. Like stick with your group. Don't break apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Stick with your group. Other than that, like if you're gonna be partying and stuff, try to party close to the resort. At
Yeah.
least in the resort.
We're renting a house out there, so
Okay.
off the beach too. So I'm sure we're gonna party at the house a lot too.
Okay.
So
yeah.
and
if
Go to
how long are you
Puerto
gonna
Nuevo.
stay there?
but Friday, come back Monday, I think.
Okay, well, when you go to your house there,
Okay.
Go to some grocery store, buy as much shit you need until there, so you don't have to keep going out to like grocery stores and shit. 'Cause
They do
people-
have Walmarts there too. So
Yeah.
yeah. So just go out there.
Walmart.
no, they got everything there
Yeah.
now.
So just go there,
Walmart.
just stock up your like fridge and all that stuff, so you don't have to keep going out constantly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
all-
I'm
too
stoked
much
about-
like positive advice I can give you and your
Yeah.
friends who are going out there.
yeah. So and yeah.
Just stay safe, man.
And
Go to Puerto Nuevo, get lobster.
Oh yeah.
It's like a town near.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
a little bit of a longer one today, but yeah,
It needs to be said.
Yeah, I could have gone for another like hour. Or two.
Oh yeah, same here.
For
But
sure.
we got in
Yeah.
trouble.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, that topic going.